Neil, really good to see you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
You too, Darren.
yeah, good to be back. Episode 3, Inside Emtek. Today's conversation, we're going to look at Emtek's company values. You've talked about them before, but why don't could you start by just outlining what those 3 values are?
Yeah, so I guess over the years, Darren, we've probably evolved and refined what it is we really stand for. And there's 3 things that really we feel strongly about, and that's professionalism, excellence, and kindness.
So we'll take them each one. So what would you see if Emtek is living out this professionalism? What would you like to see? What might someone else see if they walk through our doors?
Yeah, I think really, Darren, for me, wanting to be professional, I feel is firstly what our customers deserve. And it's something that we have grown to realize over the years, that maybe when the company first started and there was only maybe a few of us working and we were kind of doing our best to get out to clients or to help process orders. But I guess as we've grown and matured, we've realized that what our customers deserve a really high standard of service and work from us. How we conduct ourselves, how we want to speak to clients and look after the work that we do for them. And I guess because we hold it in a really high esteem, the work we get to do for our customers, I think it's only right that we be really professional rather than amateur. Not saying we're perfect here, but it's really within our posture to the marketplace, we want to be working to a professional standard and giving our clients the very best.
Brilliant. Yeah. And so then following on from that, if you take excellence, now those listening, someone in a business probably think, yeah, excellence, that word, I have an idea of what it means. I'm sure a lot of people it would resonate with them. But building on the professionalism, tell us more about excellence.
Yeah, I think, Darren, for me personally, excellence is about setting a bar at a super high level. And in one hand, it would be easy to not have a very high standard, but equally with being and wanting to be professional, but also wanting to do things with excellence. I think the difference that I feel for Emtek is we want to give our customers really exceptional and outstanding service. Firstly, I think, why should they not get that? And secondly, I feel Emtek should be the leader in the marketplace in the sectors that we operate in. It's our ambition and our aspiration to really do amazing projects and give amazing service and really give outstanding finished product to the customers you work with.
Yeah.
I just feel excellence is something that it's always been in our DNA. You could argue it's partly being from maybe competitive or wanting to be in the sort of cut and thrust of the lead pack. And it's just something I feel very important, that even when people are in our business or we're out meeting clients or the way products are delivered, how we finish a scheme, that really the client, I'd love them to feel they got a really outstanding level of service.
Yeah.
I've always grown up and felt that, we want to treat others as we would want to be treated ourselves. And I really feel in this modern era of business, some of those values are so important. So Emtek wants to give excellent service to our clients and work in a mindset or in a posture of excellence.
Brilliant. So we got professionalism, excellence, kindness. I sort of want to pause before that one. I'd say it wouldn't be the predictable progression, maybe. I think some people maybe listening are like, that's a bit curious about that one. So maybe unpack that one for us a little bit.
No, I understand. And whenever I maybe chat to people about that or within our team here in the company, the word kindness normally isn't top of the list in most business conversations. But, I think back even just a number of years ago to COVID, we were all working at home, and there was a lot of awareness that maybe there's more to life than just the cut and thrust of the day-to-day grind. And being kind or showing care, it became headline news. We clapped people. We were thankful for what sacrifice people made for us in those times. And it really reminded me of the importance and the value of showing dignity and care and what I would just describe basically as kindness to one another. And even, Darren, in recent years, recent months, I mean, we're living in a chaotic world. You know, there's change, there's challenge, disruption. You can be the most professional, you can give the best excellence, but I think kindness is another layer of just showing, hey, like, we're people, we care, we want to do our best. We may not always do our best, but it's our harsh desire to want to be generous and to be giving dignity and care and thought to our clients. And I guess the people that we work with, our staff here, our suppliers, our customers, I just really feel they're of such high worth and value. And it's my hope and aspiration that Emtek is able to show kindness just in being courteous to people, showing a generous spirit maybe when things don't always work out as planned. It's just something I feel strongly about.
Yeah, as you're talking there, it just seems it's deeply human. Not that the others are just tools or performance related, but as you're talking, describing, you're just sort of a reminder, as people come through our doors, as we engage with colleagues or staff here, there's something just very grounded and human about that.
I think as well, Darren, you know, we want to be less focused on transactions and more focused on the relationships that we have with our clients, with our staff, with our suppliers, because everyone is human. They have their own worldview going on, challenges that they're dealing with, and I just feel it's important that we're aware of that, and at least have the kind of spatial thought that go, like, maybe we just need to show some kindness in this situation. I think that goes a long way. You know, if that was a currency, I think that would be of great worth to people.
When we sort of think about this podcast, we call it Inside Emtek, giving people a bit of an inside view of what makes us tick behind the scenes and a little bit more than they might meet in an everyday encounter. But it's not about us, and we want this to add value to those listening, and I think outlining those values have. If someone's listening, business leader, business owner, and they haven't defined values, hearing you speak, I would think, values are clearly important in helping shape how you go about engaging in the marketplace. But what might someone be able to do listening in to take those first few steps to start crafting their values?
I think it's a great question, Darren. And, you know, whenever we were in the early years of Emtek, we didn't really sit down and go, let's have a blueprint of how we want to necessarily do everything. But I guess my view would be, over time, you get a sense of really what's your fit in the market, and what is it unique that you're doing, but also what are your own personal values. And I think that's where a lot of what we have shaped and learned and developed in Emtek over the years are probably based around you know, some of our values as a family. Things like faith are very important to us, Darren, and those are things that we feel are a foundation, and Emtek's been built on that. So I guess for other business owners or people working in industry, you know, if you don't necessarily have an anchor point or some base or some values that you can kind of reorientate yourself whenever you get the challenges and the headwinds and the unforeseen you know, challenges that are going to happen in business and going to happen in life. It can be tricky not to be blown by the wind. And I think it's really important to take time every now and again and just reassess, like, what is it important to me? What are the things that I really believe in? Sometimes we never really take the opportunity to think about that. But, you know, businesses, there's so much of a whirlwind and the hustle and bustle and competing for everything, really. But I think deep down it's good and healthy and right for individuals, and certainly for companies, to go, like, this is what we believe in. This is what we feel is important to us, and we want to embody and deliver that to our space in the market that we work in. And I would say it's been very helpful to Emtek. We've had lots of challenges over the years, financial crashes. There's been, I mentioned COVID, there's been cost of living crisis, there's been Brexit, there's been so many unexpected economic changes and challenges within my time in business. And it'll be the same for many people listening and watching this today. But having a base, having an anchor point gives you something you can keep going back to and resetting.
Yeah, that's really good, because I was thinking you really outlined like the benefit. Someone's thinking like, well, values seem to be a good fit for you, Neil, or Emtek over the years, and they've sort of emerged from, it's within your DNA. In the complexity, the disruption, you said words like whirlwind or chaos. I think largely people think it's not always settled, the cut and thrust of business. How can you say a little bit more on how values can be that anchor point?
Yeah. Well, I know there's been occasions when we have not been able to deliver maybe a product or a service or a site scheme on time for whatever reason. And we've had to step up and own that problem with our client. And I think if you have values based around wanting to be professional, wanting to work to a standard of excellence, and also showing kindness, then I would say my career has been largely defined by having the humility to acknowledge when the company has not performed in the way that I feel it should have done. Being able to speak to a customer or go and physically visit them and say, like, I'm sorry that we've been unable to do what we said we'd do. And I actually personally, I take it so bad. If we lose out on something of an order or we let a client down, I personally find it so hard, Aaron, and even 3 decades into this, I probably should maybe be less on that. But I guess I just do feel, again, as I said earlier, I feel so the value and the worth that I place on the people that we get to interact with is so high in my view. I just want to try and do the very best that I can for them in the same way as I hope to be treated as well. So I guess sometimes when there's problems, we can either run away and hope nothing happens, but at the end of the day, stepping up and owning those is as much a strength and a value as anything else.
So you've highlighted 3 values. If you had to pick one of those 3, which would it be and why?
Yeah, I think kindness has to be the number one for me, Darren. I definitely want to see Emtek be professional. I want to feel that our clients are given a great, really excellent, outstanding service from us. But I think at the end of the day, I'd rather be known for a person or as a business that actually cared. That to me would be more important than anything else. Darren, just personally, I've met customers, chatted, maybe there's been a health issue, a financial strain within their business. By showing a bit of kindness or actually taking a moment to chat that through, or listen, let's grab a coffee and how can I help with this? Those are probably the moments that I know I've had the most depth of engagement and just humanity with the people that I get to work with. And I think that's something I feel, hey, I'd take that rather than breaking some sales target or we got some, ISO standard. I think it's a big lesson, I think, for a lot of us in business. At the end of the day, when all has been kind of said and done, what are the things that we're going to remember most in our careers? And I feel that being kind, asking someone how they are, asking how their family are, hey, can I grab you a coffee? I think those are the things that show great value. I love chatting to drivers when they come in here, seeing our suppliers, our customers, and just taking that moment to, hey, how are you? And I think being seen and known and heard, those are values that I think are actually pretty rare these days. but there are things that I would like to think that this company and that I can certainly try and bolster and hold on to. So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah.
And certainly would encourage anyone listening, if that strikes a chord, please do reach out. We all go through challenges, we all go through difficulties. I think in the world we operate in right now, Darren, everything has to be seen as perfect, very polished.
Yeah.
Okay, but at the end of the day, we're all human, and we all are trying our best.
Yeah.
And Emtek's a company that wants to be I said this before, a good participant in the marketplace that we operate here in Ireland, whether it's construction materials or safety barriers. But at the end of the day, we want to do it with a kindness, with a generosity, with a humility that we are doing all we can to look after our customers and each other.
Yeah.
So that'll be my message today. Who can we show kindness to? Who can we maybe have a word with, encourage someone, speak well of someone, and check in and see how they are?
Thank you, Neil. Yeah, that's a really good place, I think, to pause today's conversation. Thank you for being so candid, so honest, not just in what your values are and Emtek's values, but how and why they show up, how and why they're important. So I think it will really have been a valuable conversation to our listeners. So thank you.